So today I've just arrived at North Okanagan Youth and Family Services Society, better known at NOYFSS. I'll be interviewing the Executive Director, Dean Franks, so let's see what he has to say. There's a really big event coming up you won't want to miss. Hi, Derryanne Hubbard here of Okanagan Valley Living. I'm a realtor right here in Vernon, British Columbia. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell below. If you're watching this on my community site, Okanagan Valley Living, make sure you subscribe. Not only will you hear about my interviews that I'm doing, but you'll get an email every Monday with all the events that are happening in the Okanagan, so you know what to do for the rest of the week and on the weekend. So today we're over at North Okanagan Youth and Family Services Society, better known to most people as NOYFSS, and I'm sitting here today with the Executive Director, Dean Franks. Thanks so much, Dean, for joining me today and giving me this interview. If somebody's watching this interview and they've never heard of NOYFSS or maybe just driven by the building, tell us what NOYFSS is all about and how long you've been around and what kind of things you do for the community.
All right, well, thanks, Derryanne, for being here today and talking to me about these things. We always like to talk about NOYFSS. NOYFSS has been around this area for a long time, over 45 years. We started serving families in this community in 1974. So we're pretty proud of that fact that we're one of the longest standing not-for-profits in the area. And we do a number of things. We started out with our residential services. So what that means is we have 2 residential homes that serve youth with severe behavior issues. We've been doing that since 1974.
And those are local homes right here in Vernon?
Yes. We call them a Sage and Mara House. Okay. One is an 8-bed resource and one is a 4-bed resource. These are when kids age 6 to 16 years old will move in to the house for upwards of 9 months in some cases. Our counselors are there 24 hours a day. They work with the young people, work with the families, bring the families in to work with counselors, send the kids out for home visits, try to get them to a point where they can, live and cohabitate together successfully.
So what are some of the other programs that NOYFSS does?
Well, we have a number of programs. We have almost 84 employees, I think, last count. So we're getting pretty big.
That's a big number of employees.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. So with that, we have a number of programs at our downtown community-based services office. Family-based treatment, special needs programs. We have our school-based outreach team, family services, parent coaching, intensive family support, and of course our youth services, parent-teen conflict, ADHD program. I've probably missed a couple, but those are just off the top of my head. So these are services that we provide to the community at no cost to the community. These are referred to us through the Ministry of Children and Family Development. They are our biggest funder. And we provide these services to these families through the ministry.
So if I were a person in the community who wanted to access your services, how would I go about doing that?
To access those programs I just mentioned, they need to be referred to us, generally speaking, through the Ministry of Children and Family Development, with exception for our school-based outreach program, which is through the school district. However, that being said, we do offer a large number of education and skill building groups that are open to the community and open to the public. And those are programs that are offered again at no cost to the participant. And those are born from when we see over 1,200 families per year within our whole organization. Yeah. So with that, we got a lot of requests. Hey, I need help with my young daughter's dealing with some anti-bullying issues. We have some self-esteem concerns with my son. Things like that are get born. Our counselors hear these requests to a point where it's like, let's offer a group or a program to the community.
Well, that's a great segue into anti-bullying.
Yeah.
So tell us your involvement in anti-bullying and about this incredible event that's happening next week.
So anti-bullying, obviously, it's a real high-profile topic across the country, across North America, across the world. In our community, we've embraced it because we did have a demand to provide some services for anti-bullying. We're not funded for these groups, so we actually get out there and fundraise to provide these groups to the community. And anti-bullying obviously is a very important one for us. So with that, one of the things we do throughout the year, we do a number of different fundraising initiatives, but throughout the Anti-Bullying Day is on Wednesday, February 26th. With that, we have what we call a compliment cupcake sale. And it's to promote awareness around anti-bullying, bring awareness to the issues. And what we do is we actually bake the cupcakes, and they all have nice little compliments in the top of them. And
so your staff bakes the cupcakes?
Yeah, our staff all come together, and we've been on their spare time, on their own time. They've been doing it over the last couple of weeks. We freeze them, and then the day before we get them out and we decorate them, and they actually are great cupcakes for sure. And then each of them has a nice little compliment in the top of the cupcake, which is just the language of love and language of positive reinforcement and making people feel good about themselves. So it's a real neat concept. It was born within this agency about 4 years ago. It started out years and years ago as a bake sale, and it sort of evolved to this. So we get out there right in front of our nice new space, and we invite the community out to come by, make a donation, enjoy a compliment cupcake, and help spread some awareness and talk about anti-bullying and just have a great day. It's a good time.
And how is it received by the community? I know my office comes down and we get cupcakes for the whole office.
Your office is one of the many that are here on a regular basis, and we get phone calls leading up to it. Hey, are you on for your cupcake sale? And yes, we are. The community loves it. It is a lot of fun. Our staff are out selling the cupcakes, and they're usually gone within 2 hours.
Yes.
I think we start at 11 o'clock this year, so get here soon.
Okay.
We go over the lunch hour, and usually by 1 or 1:30, they're all gone. I think last year we had 800 cupcakes that went out the door.
Oh my, really? So Vernon must be a cupcake loving community.
Yes, indeed. Yes. So it helps on a couple of fronts. I mean, it is we do raise a little bit of money, which is always nice and helps us offer these programs and provide snacks and things that just aren't funded for the kids that attend these groups. But it's more about awareness, and it's more about getting people to talk about it and letting people know where they can go get help when they're experiencing some issues in this area.
And that's really important. So Dean, I thank you very much for this chat today, and I know I'm going to be down here covering that event on the 26th, and we hope that the community continues to support NOYFSS in general and the Cupcake Anti-Bullying event. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Derryanne. I look forward to seeing you.
Great. I'll see you too.
All right.